Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney, and in today's video we will be setting up my 2025 bullet journal for the month of November. So before we jump into November, let's take a quick look back at my spider theme October setup. I actually started off the month really strong. I was keeping up with my weekly planning and checking in on my goals, but somewhere around the middle of the month I kind of fell off a bit. Life got super busy and I didn't always make time to plan every week like I wanted to. I have a niece and my mom and sister's birthdays are all in October, and my mom and sister's birthdays are actually back to back. So I was really just trying to focus on being present, and I wasn't keeping my head in my planner as much as I should have. And that's one thing that I love about bullet journaling. It's flexible and every new month is a fresh start, and I am so excited to start November with you guys. Now, moving into November, I really wanted this setup to feel warm and full of gratitude. My theme this month is cornucopia, which I think perfectly represents this time of year. We're stepping into a season of cozy, nostalgic holidays. That final stretch of Q4 where the year starts to wind down and we can really reflect on everything we've accomplished. I chose the cornucopia because it symbolizes abundance and harvest, and it's really a reminder that all the hard work and self-growth from earlier in the year is finally coming together. It's time to appreciate what we've cultivated and celebrate the progress we've made. And I don't know if you're like me, but sometimes I focus so much on the future and where I'm supposed to be or where I'm going, and I forget how close I am to that ending or how far I've come from the beginning where my dreams were just thoughts or hypotheticals. And sometimes it's hard to give myself credit for everything good that I've done this year. And I really wanted this month to be a reminder that harvest can also be like self-harvest. All the patience that you've grown and all the hard work you've put in for therapy or just putting in hard work at your job, trying to get that promotion, whatever it may have you. You have done a lot of self-work and it's time to self-harvest. And I feel like I'm taking this analogy too far, but I hope you guys get it because in my head this is making sense. It is time for us to celebrate everything that we've worked for and actually fully put what we worked for on the table, if that makes sense. And that's what this cornucopia is representing. Now, I know it's been a long time. I, again, am so sorry for me being a bad poster. I am in school. That is going to be my excuse until I graduate next spring. I am in school and life gets to life in, especially in the fall semester. But if you notice through my October flip through, it looks a bit different from, let's just say, my August bullet journal setup. And that is because I've been doing a new method of bullet journaling. I have been using the Ryder Carroll bullet journaling method. If you're new to bullet journaling, Ryder Carroll is the actual creator of the bullet journal system. And it's meant to be a really intentional and minimalist way to organize your life using just a notebook and a pen. For this setup, of course, I've added a title page just to make it a little bit more suitable for me. However, this past October, I did a whole bullet journaling 101 curriculum series on my TikTok where I broke down the basics of the Ryder Carroll method. We talked about things like future logs, monthly logs, weekly reviews, daily logs, all the fun stuff that creates a more productive bullet journal. So if you want to start your own journal or refresh your setup, I definitely will say check that out. And I've been considering moving this series to YouTube and just kind of remaking a more like Ryder Carroll method for dummies. Not trying to say y'all are dummies, but sometimes I have a short attention span and I need to get things quickly. So I might make a short form content breaking down the Ryder Carroll method for those like me. If that's something that y'all might be interested in, leave a comment or comment on one of my shorts or just comment on my TikTok. But yes, that is my setup for November. Now moving on to my monthly setup, I start by making 2 vertical columns, one for the dates of the month and the other for the days of the week. This is a super simple and clean way to not worry so much about planning ahead, but about logging what actually happens each day. So you write down things you've accomplished, important events, or just little moments that you want to remember. And it's a great way to get a quick overview of your month as you're going through it. And along with this monthly tracker, I also mix it in with my habit tracker. So at the end of each horizontal line, you can tell that I'm leaving a small little blank space, and that's to track 3 key habits. For me, I'm tracking working out, journaling, and doing my night routine. So this setup helps me see what happens each day, but also how consistent I've been with my habits as the weeks go along. So I break down the month into weeks by just drawing a little line to separate like every 7 days. And it helps me easily track my progress and notice any patterns. So I get to see which weeks I've been more consistent and where I fell off. And it just keeps everything simple and all in one place and in one combined spread. The last page in this monthly setup is my goals page. Now, I did not fill it out yet because I don't have a full list of my goals, but however, I just want to give you guys some tips for making goals that really helped me. One thing I like to do for my monthly goals are make them very easy and very doable and something that naturally occurs in my life. Like for me, I have to get supervision hours for my career. So I set a goal to get a certain number of supervision hours. I like to read, so I set a goal to read a certain amount of books. And I also had to do things that were naturally occurring, like upgrade my health insurance and stuff like that. So I try to make it something very doable and just super simple. And that is my monthly goals page. Alright, you guys, we have made it to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on all my socials, and have a happy November.